Hello everybody and welcome back to Mining Modern. I'm Corbin Hostler and this week we are going pretty deep here with Allosaurus Rider. This is the big combo deck making its way around. It even put up a 5-0 finish on Magic Online. It's a Griselbrand deck, but it's also this really weird Allosaurus Rider deck, and you're going to see why hopefully in this game here, because we have a pretty nice opening hand, to be honest. So we're going to see what we can put together here. So alright, we are on the we're on the draw, and this is beautiful. If our opponent doesn't interact with a discard spell anyways, we're going to be in great shape. So basically what our deck does is aims to put Allosaurus Rider into play for free. It's a 7-drop. We're going to exile the Chancellor and the Nourishing Shoal. Wow, I think we actually might have this. Oh my gosh. All right, we're going to find out here. Manamorphose just because. Love it. Okay. All right, here goes. All right, so I believe what we want to do here is play... Thing is, if I exile the Manamorphose instead of the Nourishing Shoal, it becomes a lot easier for me to go off. So that's actually what I'm going to do here. All right, this is sick. I think we actually have it. All right, we're going to exile the Manamorphose and the Chancellor of the Tangle. Now we're going to exile the Simian Spirit Guide for red mana. Now we're going to add the green. All right, there you go. Now we have 3. We're going to sacrifice the Allosaurus Rider. We're going to go get Griselbrand. And we're going to start drawing some cards here. All right. Oh my gosh, we just actually have the turn 1. This is insane. All right, I don't know what I'm doing here. I got to figure it out, but it can't be that hard from this point, right? All right, do I have one of those really expensive worms? All right, this is my whole hand here. I have to make sure I do this right, because I don't know what I'm doing exactly, but I'm going to go ahead and shoal. Okay. We're going to exile this Allosaurus Rider. That'll gain me 7. All right, now we can draw some more cards. All right, did we find one of our 15-drop things? That's what we didn't, actually. But I can pact for it, because that's how our deck works. Yep. I'll pact for the big one. Then I can shoal away the big one. There we go. We're back up to 18 life. This is how the combo works. Pretty straightforward, right? All right. Let's see. I'll draw again. Yeah, this deck just might actually be good. This is kind of nuts. All right, so I need to find another Nourishing Shoal here. All right, we're going to exile the big one down here. We'll go find it. That puts us back up to 19. We have 14 cards left in our library. We'll go ahead and draw again. I believe I have one more shoal here. Yep. All right, so we'll shoal away Chancellor of the Tangle, back up to 19. We will exile the... I guess I'll do it like this. I'll go down to 0 cards first here. All right, we'll exile Simian Spirit Guide. Exile Simian Spirit Guide. This is dumb. Exile Simian Spirit Guide. All right, gotta go find I gotta cast a Manamorphose. Oh wait, Manamorphose draws a card. Oh, I punted. I didn't. I have Wild Cantor. That's funny though. Okay. I could have punted there. That's why you play Wild Cantor. It saves you from your own punts. All right, now we can go cast our... All right, now we're just going to go find the Lab Maniac, cast the Lab Maniac. There it is. Play our Lab Maniac and just cycle a Street Wraith and win the game. We did it! Okay, there you go, everybody. I turn 1. I've never even played the deck. This is such... look, this might even be a real deck in Modern, who knows, but the fact it is kind of a meme deck, I was like, no, I'm not going to practice to try to learn this thing. I'm just going to roll with it because that's what it is. And man, look, that was insane. All right, so my opponent showed us a stomping ground. I don't really know what their plan's going to be here. What's up? Bringing a pact. We probably only need the one Street Wraith. Laboratory Maniac generally always gets there. Which is a nice thing. You know, I've seen these lists just in the past week go through a lot of variations. People started on Lightning Storm or whatever, and eventually I saw someone who had the Street Wraith plus Laboratory Maniac package, and I just realized that's where I wanted to be. That's the best package of all. That's the best way to win, in my opinion, because it does it at instant speed, so it beats removal. Especially, in game one, you have two of them in your deck. So it's just, in your life you don't have to have, above 8 life, 8 or more life to get there with Griselbrand. You can just do it with 2 life with Street Wraith if you need to get to the win there. So I don't know. Obviously, these lists have a long way to go, but I mean, we legitimately just turn 1 killed somebody in Modern. That was very silly. And this is a turn 2? Like, is this deck just good? Now, it's only playing 15 lands. I mean, yeah, all this hand needs is 1 more mana. Now, it does, the deck does have some specific mana requirements, but this is absurd, right? Like, we're set up to potentially... this hand is not going... Right, so this hand is not going to turn 1, but this is turn 2 hand. We might go turn 1 into turn 2 here. Our poor opponent and their poor stomping ground. Oh my gosh. What is Modern? And imagine you get to play this with the new Mulligan rule tool. This deck might just be... It's glass cannon as heck, right? But... I mean, it might be the kind of gap. This isn't a turn 3 glass cannon deck. This is a turn 1 glass cannon deck, right? Like, that's just fundamentally a different thing. That's unreal. Would it get Griselbrand banned? Would they ban Nourishing Shoal? I mean, is that the issue? I don't know. But this is crazy. All right, so my opponent, no Stomping Grounds this time around. Polluted Delta into Basic Island instead, so... Yeah, we didn't sideboard much anyways. Didn't know what they were doing. Now, bear in mind, our deck, like I said, we could just have this Allosaurus Rider get mana leaked or whatever, and then what are we going to do, right? It's worth keeping in mind. All right, so our opponent casting Serum Visions, but the door is open for the turn 1. Not that I believe we have any way of doing it. Or I could pack for Wild Cantor. Oh, maybe I could do it, actually. Because I could pack for Wild Cantor if I just drew Simian Spirit Guide right now. Oh, why wasn't it in our opening hand? We would have had another turn 1 were that in our opening hand. Alright, that's fine. Yeah, this deck is crazy. Like, it might just be a good deck. That's crazy. Just playing it, thinking it through, the Summoner's Pack just... It gets your win pieces. It gets your summon. It gets the life gain piece you need later. It gets the Wild Cantor when you need to filter mana. It's really got a lot going on for it here. And now we're just looking to find land in our top 4 cards to win the game. I mean, we're going to draw 1 here. Okay, our opponent's going to Noxious Revival their own fetch land. That's fine. All right, well, there we go. We'll bottom that. We'll top that. And, I mean, I'm going to try to win on turn 2 here. Now, we know our opponent's playing blue now. We'll actually be bringing in blue cards, all the packs from the sideboard. But if my opponent were to actually just make a play here or something like that, I mean, put something on the board, you're just dead. So then looks like that might be what's thinking about it anyways. All right. Blue-green here. What's the play going to be? Oh! We were in the mirror all along. Okay. All right, friend. I mean, this is what people are doing now, right? Oh, that's so... It comes in with a counter. That's so cool. Maybe my opponent will whiff. Because they play in the Noxious Revival and they dealt themselves a bunch of damage there, they might, you know, they can't draw as many cards as we did. They might get there, right? But they have 13. It's conceivable they don't have another Nourishing Shoal. That's why the Noxious Revival is in the deck. It's possible, you know, I don't have one in my list. Maybe I could go down to just the one Street Wraith and play the one Noxious Revival, because it does come up pretty clutch in situations. But, I mean, look at this. Look at this. My opponent did not get there. And we'll see if I run into the same fate. I will not be dealing... I get to draw... hopefully more cards than my opponent did. Now, what we bought him doesn't matter, obviously, because of this, but that's fine, too. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and Allosaurus Rider here, exiling the Chancellor and the Summoner's Pact. And we're going to Neoform, sacrificing the Allosaurus Rider, getting a Griselbrand. Alright, so we need to find a Nourishing Shoal in the top 14. Odds are definitely in our favor, but, you know, we too could whiff. Alright, we did not. So that seems good for us. Just a big difference when you get to gain 15 life with Nourishing Shoal. So that pretty much does it. I mean, now we get to draw a bunch of cards. We just have to find one more shoal here. Alright, did we find it? There it is. Alright, we'll exile the 15 drop here. Alright, that puts us to 28. I mean, we need to actually find our... Do we have our... my Pact of Negation? Because, I mean... Well, I guess my opponent would probably die in their own upkeep if they did have it. Okay, so we're going to just draw some more. Alright, let's go find another... There's a shoal. Get rid of a Chancellor, go back up to 21. Alright, we'll go down to 6 cards in our library here. Did we find our... There's the Pact of Negation. Okay, so now we can start exiling the Spirit Guides here. 2. Just gotta find another here. Uh-oh. We don't have another? Huh. Well then. That's interesting. We have the life, so I'm just going to go ahead and do this. We need to find that other one. Huh. Okay, thinking this one through. There's 5 cards in our library. Packed, see what's here. I should have done... Alright, so... There's 4 cards in our library. I'll get this out of the way at least here. Okay, so now I want to start casting Manamorphoses to get there. So this is what we're going to do, because we have to do this anyways. Alright, there we go. There's the other Simian Spirit Guide. Exile the Simian Spirit Guide. That gives us our 3. Now we can go find and cast the Laboratory Maniac. Now with 3 cards in our library and Laboratory Maniac, we can win the game. Alright, well that was kind of scary there, but we got there in the end. A little bit of play to the deck. We had to sequence our Manamorphoses, but let it be known, London Mulligan or not, that was a turn 1 and a turn 2 kill. That was pretty unreal. Well, everybody, I don't know how I'm going to top that, but that's Mighty Modern. That's Neoform combo. I'm going to give it a couple more goes, and we'll see if we can do it anymore, but that's going to be hard to top, everyone. What an incredible deck. I'm very curious to see where this goes in Modern. Thank you for watching. Hey, everybody. Welcome back. More Mighty Modern. I heard you like turn 1 kills, so I served up a turn 1 kill for you here. We'll see. We'll see what our opponent does on turn 1, but if what they do isn't either hold up a Spell Pierce or something, Benthic Biomancer revealed the Merfolk, it's going to make me feel bad to kill Merfolk like this. Especially, imagine if this was a Mistcaller, actually. How good would it have been in that spot there? All right. We just drew the Allosaurus Rider anyways because this game is stupid. And now I'm going to exile, I guess, the Eldritch Evolution here in the Chancellor of the Tangle. I'll play Neoform. I'll go get Griselbrand. It's turn 1. We're doing it. My opponent scooped on turn 1. What is this deck? Is the format... Oh my gosh, we just broke the format. This is unreal. Alright, let's get some Pact of Negations in here. I suppose. Maybe an Echoing Truth or two. We gotta beat Mistcaller somehow. Now this is fun. This is where things might get a little trickier, right? We have to actually sideboard now. That's... that's obviously a challenge. This deck is pretty tight on its pieces. I mean, what are we really even supposed to do here, right? Not a lot to cut. I mean, I don't even know what I'm supposed to cut. There's just only so much room that we have. I could technically get away with cutting a Spirit Guide, maybe, but that just seems like a poor decision. I could cut the other Street Wraith. That might be correct. I'll give that a shot. And we'll cut I mean, I guess I could cut a Griselbrand. My opponent has Vapor Snags that feel pretty bad. Merfolk Trickster can kind of wreck our day too. I mean, Merfolk is... Obviously, we turned 1 to them. We got him on turn 1, and that was very stupid. But overall, it seems like it might be a reasonable matchup for them. There's definitely a lot of ways for Merfolk to interact. All right, what do we have here? Finally, a bad hand, I guess. This hand could cast an Allosaurus Rider on turn 1, but really doesn't want to. All right, we're going to mulligan. Old school mulligans here, too, and this hand does nothing. All right, this is where we wish we had the London mulligan, because this deck is going to mulligan into oblivion, I think. But this might just work. Okay, that's what we wanted. Okay, I revealed it. I did it. Okay, all right. So, I don't know. Does this hand have a chance? See what my opponent does, I guess. Do I just have a turn 1? I think, is that just what happened? I just mulled to 5 and have a turn 1? I'm going to try anyways. All right, go get our Allosaurus Rider. Cast the Allosaurus Rider by getting rid of these two. Okay, play the Neoform, sacrifice the Allosaurus Rider, try to go get the Griselbrand. All right, my opponent has Spell Pierce. I had to try to turn. Why are you? All right. Oh my gosh. All right, we got Spell Pierce out of the game, but I don't. Whatever, right? They're gonna have Spell Pierces in their deck. We had it on turn 1. They were never not going to have Spell Pierce. So I just want to clarify. Yeah, we lost that game, sure, whatever, but we mulliganed to 5 and we still had a turn 1 kill. This is stupid. I'd like to play first. All right, this hand's unplayable. All right, we're finding the bad end of the deck now. I mean, like I said, the reality here is we're probably going to lose the match, right? It's a glass cannon, but it is a kind of glass cannon that can be very dangerous for formats where if you just... It's like Charbelcher, right? If you just flip coins well enough in Legacy and Dodge Force of Will matchups, you'll win all day. But it's like that, except your opponent might not even get to interact. But we can't do anything with these hands. I guess that's a thing. And now Allosaurus Rider and Eldritch Evolution. Yeah, I mean, we're probably not going to win. Like I said, Merfolk has a lot of 1-mana tools to interact, which is very good for them. This is going to be quite hard for us. But you keep in mind, like I said, if you watch the deck tech first, this deck that you're seeing me play this deck here, but this is not what the deck would look like in paper right? Assuming the London Mulligan stays. And London Mulligan, I got back from the Mythic Championship. It was a big success there. I mean, yeah, a lot of people played Tron, but Tron didn't even have a 50% win rate, right? It wasn't even a good choice by that metric. So what's the problem, you know? So that's all I really have to say on the subject. I think it's going to stick around. It's better for the game, and yes, it might mess up older formats. And if that means you have to ban Allosaurus Rider in Modern, you ban Allosaurus Rider in Modern, and you just do it. But overall, it's good for the game. You know, it makes Limited much better, it makes Standard much better. It's all about eliminating the, as Wizards puts it, non-games of Magic, where you just never draw your second land and you just don't get to play. But it was statistically correct for you to keep that hand you kept, but it didn't get there. You know, it was just the 30% of the time where that hand didn't allow you to play Magic. The London Mulligan removes those to a large extent. You know, you get to dictate. You might lose. I mean, you'll be down cards, but it's just so much less punishing. It's one of the best changes I think they've made to the rule set of Magic in a very long time. All right, so we finally got something working here, actually. We've got, now that we've drawn this, so let's think this through. I think I'm 1 mana short still. And I don't know how we're going to get anything through our opponent, but that's okay. If my opponent had tried, you know, if my opponent had an Ether Vial in that last game, or this was our hand in the last game, and then we got to go, we would have turned one then before, even through their Spell Pierce. Like, how absurd would that have been, right? Ooh. All right, well, you know what? Pact of Negation means if my opponent gets a little greedy, perhaps with the with whatever interaction, if they think I don't have anything, one Spell Pierce is enough to stop me, Pact of Negation might be able to do some work. Probably not, but maybe. You know, we'll see. See if we can hit our land, though. Let's see if we can. I'd love to actually try. That doesn't do it, but I'm going to have to discard after this, so I may as well pull the trigger on the Manamorphose, just to see if we get there right now. So I guess I need to add blue and green, probably. Okay, well, not quite. Try one more time here. A lot of redraws. Oh my gosh, we actually got there. Okay, so I can Allosaurus Rider, pitching the Pact and the one Eldritch Evolution. Or I guess the Chancellor in the Eldritch Evolution is fine. I don't really know what I'm packing. And basically we're hoping that they have one piece of interaction up, and Pact of Negation gets us there, and that might, I mean, it might work. All right, we're going to sack our Allosaurus Rider here. Our opponent's going to go for a Spell Pierce that I have to Pact of Negation. You know what? On our mold of 5 or whatever, even if our opponent has a second piece of here, which they do, they have the Deprive, so we are very dead. That's fine. That's fine. We lost there, but you know what? We put up a great fight for those mulligans and everyone. That was, whew, you know what? Merfolk won. It's the best deck in the format, so that makes sense. Thanks for watching, everybody. Let's give it another shot. Hey, everybody. Here we go. We're going to try again. I heard you like turn 1 kills. Is that what I heard? Is this hand a turn 1 kill? Yep, sure looks like it. Lost the die roll, though, so our opponent is going to have 1 turn to interact. Unfortunately for them, does that work? What's this do? What do you name? That's pretty bad for us. Huh. I think we lost. Okay. I don't have any way to beat that. What is Modern as a format now? My Tron opponent, they go Power Play, and I'm like, oh, can't possibly lose, turn 1 kill. They go Pithy Needle, and I go, oh, can't possibly win, time to scoop. I mean, we just have actual no ways to deal with that in the main deck, right? Yeah, just nothing. Sideboard, though. Sideboard, we can do a little better. Okay, so we'll cut around like this. This all seems sort of fine anyways. That was pretty rough. It was a rough Pithy Needle. That's modern now. We literally just won or lost a game on turn 1. I revealed a Chancellor of the Annex, and therefore we lost. Oh, jeez. I'm having fun. I'm enjoying it. I'm enjoying the descent into madness that is trying to figure out what the heck is going on here. I don't know if you can cut Eldritch Evolution, but I'm doing it. You know, I've talked about, this is it, right? It's actually kind of, I don't know what the right word is, vindicating for me. I've been talking about Eldritch Evolution ever since the card was printed. It's just waiting to be broken. I've said it's just almost there. It's crazy. I try to break it in every deck I play, and we've done it, right? This is the deck that did it. You know, Neoform is just insane. To put alongside it, the redundancy is unreal. So, all right, I would like to play first. No turn 1 kill this time. Not even close. Sorry, we're gonna mulligan this one. I gotta keep this. Not great. Sure wish I had that turn 1 kill this game. Swap these hands, please. Alright, I do not need the Nourishing Shoal here. Not at all what we're looking for. I guess I'll reveal this. Doesn't much matter. I don't think I'll be using that mana. Just playing a Gemstone Mine here, and, well, I guess it's just play the Breeding Pool and go ahead and Serum Visions here and see what happens. Wow, those cards are bad. Okay, bottom those. But you know what? We hit an Eldritch Evolution on the draw. That's kind of as much as we could hope for, really. You know, we're still a long way away, but we're a heck of a lot closer. I could also Nature's Claim this Expedition map, just for the record, if I wanted. And that Simian Spirit Guide, by the way, that means we're now one step closer. We're actually just an Allosaurus Rider away. An Allosaurus Rider or a... Do I want to kill that Expedition map? It's so tempting. Because then I have the Echoing Truth for the next thing. And what if that's the thing that just keeps him off Tron? This is possibly the greediest thing I've ever done, but I'm going to do it. Just because I have Echoing Truth for whatever the next thing is, and, you know, just keeping them off of Tron can buy us a bunch of time. Spellskite, huh? I don't think I care about that. Oh my gosh, should we just do it? Oh no, oh no! Oh, I'm bad. The one thing I did not consider here is that the Nature's Claim was a green card in my hand. Okay, fair enough. See if we get punished for it. There's the thought. Oh, wow, I really did. Oh my gosh. Okay, well, lesson learned, I suppose. Yeah, I just didn't think that through. I was thinking that, I mean, look, the answer is I was thinking that I wasn't going to rip the card I needed to win off the top, so I was going to gain, you know, who knows how many turns, right? If my opponent, like they always do, had 2 pieces of Tron in an Expedition map, I was doing the play that kept me from getting turn 3 Karned. If it was the play, you know, the difference is here I lose because I'm 1 card short, but, you know, if they were a Tron hand, then... And which would have made sense given that they let on map and not anything that actually interacted with me. If they were a Tron hand instead that was looking at a payoff, it would have gained me 4 extra draw steps or something before they hit it. So that was, you know, the judgment call I made, and obviously we got just completely max punished here. So that's, you know, that's unfortunate. But I think it still was a judgment call, not a mistake. You know, it was a punt in this situation, and depending on how you want to look at it, right? It wasn't a mental punt, but it is the play that is going to lose us the game, unfortunately. And that's okay. I'm okay losing games like that. And we lost game 1 on... We didn't even... You know, talk about... Our deck is supposed to be the deck killing people on turn 0, right? Our opponent killed us on turn 0. We lost the game on turn 0. I didn't even get to play a land and the game was over, okay? I mean, come on. Really, what's broken? Tron. It's always Tron, people. Tron's the real problem. Okay, so we're looking for a lot of green cards in a row here. That's one of them, actually. So, okay, that was a good start. So now we can pact, and we just need to get an Allosaurus Rider or a green card. So any green card will work. Any green card off the top of our deck, and we're going to get another shot at this. And our opponent, going on this Eldrazi plan here, I guess it's Eldrazi Tron, not much of a deck anymore, but that seems to be what it is. And you know what? it's crushing us because we would have won twice by now if not for these Thought-Knot Seers. You know, the first Thought-Knot Seer kept us from winning. This one's going to, you know, while I'll probably draw green cards, I would have had to win this turn. It speeds up the clock as well. I mean, this puts me to 10. I go to 2. I have to rip a tutor spell plus a green card in my next 2 draw steps here. Step 1. I mean, the Echoing Truth would have been actually very sweet here, bouncing the Thought-Knot Seers. The Spell Guy didn't seem like a big deal on turn 2, but I sure would have liked to double bounce Thought-Knot Seer, drawing 2 cards on the instep here. Karn, huh? What is that? They're going to turn Spellskite into a creature? Oh, yep. Conveniently lethal? Right? Is that how that works? Oh, no, because it has to be a non-creature. Oh, my opponent went and got a Pithing Needle. That I can't beat. Okay, fair enough. We lost. Okay. Wow. Well, there you go, everybody. I guess Eldrazi Tron with Karn might also be a thing. There's so much to do with this set. I mean, Karn, Mycosynth Lattice, that's a thing we've got to try. This deck was just insane. Just for the record, I think we had 4 turn 1 kills. You know, the fact that our opponent happened to look, you know, they knew what was up and had the Pithing Needle, sure. But that's still a turn. We had a turn 1 kill hand. We had multiple turn 2 kill hands. This was nuts. Even though the games don't always work out that way. But hey, London Mulligan, deck's only going to get better. This could be a real thing in Modern and go very quickly from a meme deck to a mean deck. So it's going to be fun to watch, everyone. Also, I can announce, by the way, before I get out of here, doing Team Modern Super League. It's back. The Brew Crew is back. Myself, Seth, probably better known as Saffron Olive, and new additions this time around. We got 4 people on the team. Caleb Durward, best streamer on the internet, and Pleasant Kenobi from Channel Fireball. So it's going to be a really fun group. Really looking forward to that. So check out the Brew Crew on the Team Modern Super League. Modern Horizons might even be involved. It's going to be fun. Thanks for watching, everybody. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Mighty Modern. I'm Corbin Hostler, and this is the deck tech for Griselbrand, whatever you want to call this. Neoform combo, Allosaurus Rider deck. I don't know. Whatever it is, it's pretty wild. Now, I just got back from the Mythic Championship in London, where we tested out the new rule, the London Mulligan, which means that when you mulligan, rather than go down to 6 cards, you instead go back up to 7. But when you're done, after you choose to keep, you have to put cards back on the bottom of your library equal to how many times you have mulliganed. So that is a big change, and it's made decks like this better. Now, we'll see what happens. Magic Online is, after a brief, period of using the London Mulligan Online, we're back to normal mulligans on Magic Online to be playing this deck. So that is worth saying, because this is one of the decks that really does improve a lot from that rule. But I have to say, the Mythic Championship was a success. The rules seemed fine. The percentages seemed fine. Tron didn't even have a 50% win rate, despite, everyone being terrified of Tron. So I hope it sticks around. I mean, we'll see what happens, but just keep that in mind, that your experience playing this in paper in the near future could be slightly different than what we'll have in these matches, but it's going to be fun no matter what. So let's get to the deck. This is crazy. So it's actually fairly straightforward. We're going to exile Allosaurus Riders, Green's cards to pay Allosaurus Riders, and then we're going to cast Neoform or Eldritch Evolution, which allows us to sacrifice the Allosaurus Rider, turn it into a Griselbrand, draw our deck thanks to the old combo of Nourishing Shoal. I don't even know how to say this. The Talklonged Worm thing. Chancellor of the Tangle. You just gain a bunch of life. You continue drawing your entire deck. Eventually, you cast a Laboratory Maniac, cycle a Street Wraith, or cast a Serum Visions, and you win. It's honestly that simple, that straightforward. Everything in the deck just makes it happen. Simian Spirit Guides give you the mana. Wild Cantor, this is a nice turn 1 play. It can actually allow you to kind of store mana, which is neat, which is pretty cool in this deck, especially on turn 2 and 3 when you do combo. But we can turn 1, people. That's a thing the deck can do, so let's hope we can do it, everyone. This is Griselbrand. I don't really have a good name for it. It's going to be fun, though. Sideboard, Chalices, Leylines, Packs, Echoing Truth, things you'd expect, everyone. Enjoy the deck. I don't know how we're going to do, but it is going to be a wild ride. Thanks for watching.